This is the SC1146 Stravos reporting in. We've begun our initial scans of the planet to determine long-term viability. Distance from the Sun seems ideal, and we are detecting no abnormal chemical or biological agents in the atmosphere. We will continue to run scans and let you know if we discover anything.
Very good. As soon as this station's fully up and running, we'll need a planet to establish a colony on. Stay safe out there. Good day, Sven the Slayer here once again, and welcome back to Starmade on the Star Squadron server. So, we have a lot of work we need to do on this station, primarily just so we can get the mining fleet up and going. And then after that, of course, we still need the upper decks to get finished, and the docking ring to get finished, and I just have a lot of work to do, so let's get on that. So, I've been racking my brain for a very long time trying to figure out what to do with the underside of this ship here. And I don't like this at all. And this angle here, I really do like that shape, but I'm not happy with this line. I'm not happy with this part. The idea I kind of had for the front won't work. So I really have, honestly, no plan on what I want to do with it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this line in at a 45 down here a little bit, and then make the cargo bay kind of one size smaller left to the right. Maybe have it indented from the top section a little bit as well. And then I think I'm going to go from this line here straight down for a while and force this back so we don't get this weird edge. So I'm gonna mess around with the shape a little while, and I will cut back once I'm done. I'll probably put on some music and just get some work done, because I really need to do it. Okay, so I just wanted to stop and make a progress update. You can see it cutting through there, so it's not very perfect, but I have a spinning crate here just to kind of get a feeling of what the clearance is going to be, because of course if I wanted the crates in the sides like this, I just have mesh indicating the size of the crates and the room they will take up. That's not exactly where they're going to be, but I needed to have the crates spin because they would be put in lengthwise, of course. And I figured having a little spinning crate here while I work would amuse me, among with the really bad loud singing that I am doing. It's kind of been a bad week for me, so anything to improve my mood is good. But yeah, so I'm not really sure about this here. I'm gonna have to do something about that, but definitely this I'm liking. I'm gonna have to cut it short. So probably 2-layer hull is minimum, so I'm gonna have to probably cut it here. Oops. So that's where the next flat section would be, just to maintain that two-layer minimum between the inner and outer hulls, because OCD, all of my ships and stations need that inner and outer hull. Well, anything too small doesn't, but big things need inner and outer hull. Just prevents decompression and whatnot. So I don't know exactly how the mechanism's going to work. I think I should drop the crate, rotate it, and then go into the bay. So this crate, it would have to be dropped, rotated, slid down sideways, and then slid in, instead of just going straight, rotating it, because I think the turbo lift or elevator shafts would get in the way otherwise. Those elevator shafts are really kind of what's hindering me, but they need to be where they are. I guess with rail, with the pickup rails, I probably could make it a little more fancy, like actually have it come down and move out of the way a little bit, so I could give myself a little more room down here. But I think for simplicity's sake, I just want a simple up and down moving elevator. and I really, really want to get the elevator installed. But unfortunately, until I figure out exactly how many floors this thing has, I'm not even going to bother trying to install the elevator. So let's turn off flight mode a little bit because it's annoying. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I might have another point, have it come down and just shape it out a little better. I don't know, maybe have another flat section here that molds in just to give it some more shape, and that just not having that really ugly crease. Did I do that? Did I delete that? That's not what I wanted. Anyway, that's the progress update for now. I'm gonna put the music back on, get to singing again, and get some more work done. Okay, so here's what we have so far. We have our little bays in the side. There's 6 of them in total, 3 on each side. That's pretty much all I could get out of the space I had available. If I had more space, I'd add more cargo holding positions. It's getting a little late, so getting a little loopy. I think back here will probably be additional storage racks like I have here, so just to expand the station's overall storage capacity. Of course, I still need... oh yeah, there's that too. So I went with a little bit of branding. So there we have the nice current UCS logo in all of its glory. I think that's a nice use of that space. So one thing about this station is pretty early on I realized that the shipyard looks like it was a bolted-on afterthought. So I'm kind of going with that theme that this station originally was not meant to have a shipyard. So I think once I'm done with the station, and 100% done with the station, I'm going to remove the shipyard. Not from this. I'll save this station, and this will be the station as it is, and then I'll export it to my creative universe and remove the shipyard and have a version of this station that is just the station in its true intended form without the shipyard. The shipyard was kind of like oh, we need a shipyard, so we'll take a existing station and bolt it on. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to make a little more cohesive station. I mean, this is like only the 2nd station I've built, so my skill in designing stations and whatnot is somewhat lacking. I have to check on the length of how much video I have for now. So if I don't cut back, oh well, I will cut back. I'll cut here and continue working, continue singing loudly. Maybe I'll do the wiring on camera. I don't know how much footage I have so far for the next episode, so I'll definitely have to check on that, which I said already. Oh yeah, one thing I need to state. So these are like long-term storage areas, and there'll be cargo transfer. I've already redesigned this cargo pod offline, so I'll have to bring in new cargo pods. But one thing is, this guy is more or less designed to operate upside down, so most of the ships he interacts with is done by connecting to the bottom of the ship and pulling out a pod. So what I'm thinking of for ease of use is to also install the transfer mechanism into the ceiling. So you'll fly in here upside down carrying a pod. I can't actually look all the way upside down over here. That's kind of annoying. I can't look upside down while in build mode. Or I don't even think I can do that in astronaut mode. Nope, you can't look upside down in astronaut mode. So let's spawn a core just to get an idea of what's going on here. So you would fly in upside down, and there'd be an automatic docking system. So you would dock, it would drop the container off, and that container, once the container's docked, it would automatically pull the items this station has the ability to pull tons of items at once, so I can probably empty the entire container in one storage tick. And then as soon as it's empty, I think I should undock it, give it back to the pod, or to the, not the pod, give the pod back to the cargo drone, who will then carry it back to the ship. So all I have to do is come in here, grab it from the ship, carry it to the station, drop it off. It'll be given right back to me once it's empty, and then carry it back to the ship I got it from, put it in. So that ship will now have an empty pod, and then move on to the next ship in the line, because they will line up once in formation. So that's the idea for now. I'll have to play with it, and you can also see the mass enhancers I threw down to make that thing spin. Yeah, that's it for now. If I will probably do some more work, and either cut back to a progress report, or cut back to, well, I'll cut back to a progress report, and regardless, and whatnot. So we'll see in a few. So here we are. I have sort of the final shape of the whole thing, at least the cargo bay anyway. I still don't know what to do underneath it, but that's for another day. I will be changing the changing the shape a little bit, like avoiding some of these straight lines. So this line will probably come out down to here, and then cut down and across the side, and just be a little more shapely instead of so flat. Getting this weird lighting issue here, so I might just put a black stripe along here just to make that less noticeable. I tried fixing it with the usual approach of putting invisible blocks to initialize that chunk, but that doesn't seem to be the issue. I don't know what it's doing there, so that'll probably get a black line. I might move the logo a little bit. I don't know. It's something to decide later. Definitely need to do something along the side here. It's too flat and plain. Maybe I'll also bring this structure down, kind of like how this is. So it'll come down here further. I don't know. That's pretty much the bare minimum. I can't go in any, so I'm gonna have to come out to give it some nice shape. Anyway, got the door functioning. I might move the wires, I don't know. Just wanted to get it working so I could open and close it. And then once inside, we have a nice ability to park this guy in here. So I ended up having to lower the floor. I think I lowered it another 2 meters because this guy had just enough room to get in, which meant I couldn't actually climb in and out of it. So now I think I have 3 meters between me and the door, when before I just had 1 meter, so that would be quite impossible to actually get in this thing. So I had to lower the floor, which was not a big deal at this stage. That's why we have all this stuff built before building this section of the station. Imagine if I tried to build this section of the station before having this guy built and all the containers built. It would not work. Yeah, right now I have no way to close that door other than from the outside, so definitely need to work on wiring everything up, getting this part wired down here. So that'll be the pickup point for this guy bringing crates in. So he would land here and automatically dump a crate into, a pickup point here, which would rotate it, and then it would go to its destination, whichever bay is empty. That'll be a fairly simple circuit to do, and then I'll probably have a recall function, maybe just a control panel somewhere, maybe over in here, I don't know. Probably against this wall. Yeah, there'll probably be a control panel over on this wall. 3 buttons, 1, 2, 3, lined up just to send crates out to be picked up. Similar system that I have on the Mule, which is being built in Livestream, but not nearly as complex because there's a lot less. It's one level, and there's no multiple arms, so I just have to know which arm has a crate in it and deal with it from there. So I could probably build that logic on camera and show that off. So that should be the next episode. We shall see. But for now, I will have to call it here. This is probably going to be a short episode, but we are already running late. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode.